If you believe the stories, mankind's pride gave rise to the Darkspawn. Countless in number and toxic to all life, Darkspawn search endlessly for an archdemon. When they find one, Darkspawn armies surge up from their corrupt barrows beneath the ground, and a blight begins. Blights may happen hundreds of years apart, but the dwarves who live below the surface of Thedas fight Darkspawn every day. No one is better schooled in battling Darkspawn than the warriors of Orzammar, except perhaps their allies of old, the Grey Wardens. Grey Wardens are the only warriors capable of destroying an archdemon, and history always honors the one who sacrifices all to kill the beast. In the fifth Blight, a Grey Warden named Alistair was the hero of Ferelden. Dalish elves don't usually make alliances, but an ancient curse was destroying Ferelden's largest Dalish clans. Grey Wardens eliminated the werewolves and forged an alliance with the Dalish, who immediately joined the Warden's army. So Ferelden could stand unified against the Darkspawn, and a host of Wardens gathered, ready to destroy the Darkspawn. The hero's strongest allies fought alongside the Warden in a final heroic battle against the massive archdemon to abolish the Blight before the Blight swallowed the world.
Lady Lavellen, on behalf of the Inquisition.
What a pleasure to meet you, my lady. Seeing the same faces at every event becomes so tiresome.
You must speak with most everyone here. Thank you for your kind words.
So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer.
I'm not familiar with that name.
I've heard she finds it amusing.
I was invited here by First Enchanter Vivienne.
Madame de Fer is a fond nickname the court has given Lady Vivienne.
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
Everything you've heard? Completely true.
Better and better. The Inquisition should attend more of these parties.
I don't care what they say about me.
You should. The game has crushed far more powerful institutions than your Inquisition.
What have you heard about me?
Some say that when the veil opened, Andraste herself delivered you from the Fade.
Everyone knows it.
Some of those storytellers may have gotten carried away.
But only for the best effect. The Inquisition is a ripe subject for wild tales.
The Inquisition. What a lot of pig shit.
Ideally wearing gear purchased here. Yes?
Washed up sisters and crazed seekers.
Perfect.
No one can take them seriously.
You're still walking.
Everyone knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
I'm just searching for Divine Justinia's killer.
Of course you are. I'm sure your army is out scouring the hills for her murderer as we speak.
The Inquisition is working to restore peace and order to Thedas.
Here comes the outsider, restoring peace with an army.
That's not true.
You dare to speak of the Maker's will, with foul magic dripping from your hands.
I've never made any claims to holiness. What's your point?
In front of all these people, you admit to being a pretentious usurper. We know what your Inquisition truly is. If you were a woman of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests.
Lady Vivienne? He insulted my honor. I want him dead.
You know such rudeness is intolerable.
Madame Vivienne, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear? We can't have him cluttering up the dance floor. My lady, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair.
The Marquis doesn't interest me.
What would you have me do with this foolish, foolish man?
Do whatever you like with him.
And this, Marquis, is why one must always be courteous to one's fellow guests. Poor Marquis. Issuing challenges and hurling insults like some Ferelden doglord. And all dressed up in your Aunt Solange's doublet. Didn't she give you that to wear to the Grand Tourney? To think all the brave chevaliers who will be competing left for Markham this morning, and you're still here. Were you hoping to sate your damaged pride by defeating the Herald of Andraste in a public duel? Or did you think her blade could put an end to the misery of your failure?
I think the Marquis has seen the error of his ways.
By the grace of Andraste, you have your life, my dear. Do be more careful with it. Run along. Do give my regards to your aunt. I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so wanted to meet you.
That tower is impressive. I wonder what dreams it might hold.
Excuse me,
Cassandra Pentecost.
is what they're saying real?
What?
The Inquisition's going to fix the hole in the sky?
Not me.
Heretics.
No one is doing anything. The Chantry is useless, and the Templars... Andraste... I never thought they'd abandon us. Listen, your camp will need food. I have contacts. We'll have deliveries there in days.
You want to help the Inquisition.
Never been part of something this big before, but... if your Inquisition's going to seal the sky...
The Herald of Andraste. Yes,
I want to help.
I understand. Haven is a mess, but we won't turn away anyone willing to help, if it pleases you.
It will be nice to see. Thank you.
I always imagine Orzammar is just like this, only dank. I'm probably way off on that.
You left a note where the elf said.
Yes, and I hope that prick gets what's... Wait, she's an elf. I thought dwarf.
With those ears, is everyone in Valchevin as blind as you?
Maybe she's a shapeshifter. It's like she's everywhere.
Best not to question. Never know what Red Jenny will do.
So, what exactly is the deal with the Friends of Red Jenny?
Ever since our Divine was murdered, toothless old fools are lost
The
without...
Templars didn't even touch you? Bullshit!
Excuse me?
The Lord Seeker may not think you're a threat, but he's not here right now.
Ah, because I am an apostate.
My eyes are on you.
If I were to be shackled, you would have done so by now.
They say you're scratching for power. Not on these streets. Understand?
Solus, is it?
De Tharama.
I wonder if we can find a tavern around here.
You trouble anyone, we'll see how mortal you get.
I hope this Inquisition puts the sky back to normal.
Thank you.
Luck on your way, then.
All these nobles, do they not care what's out there? To these people, anything beyond Val Royeaux is irrelevant. What's that? An arrow with a message? Someone named Red Jenny?
No, they are an organization.
Tend to refer to associates as friends. Maybe you're not familiar with the concept.
They saw her in Valchevin?
Their ways are so secretive.
I swear I heard she was in Starkhaven.
They are heroes, you know. Not as threatening as you think.
It's always her. She's everywhere. Red Jenny's like magic.
A city to play with. Can't get better. Is that her? Here?
Shut it. You know the rules about friends.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Vivienne, first Enchanter of Montsimard and Enchantress to the Imperial Court.
Charmed, Lady Vivienne.
Aren't you charming?
Is that Marquis going to pose a problem?
His aunt is the Vicomtesse of Mont de Glace. Not a powerful family, but well respected.
Can you get away with killing a nobleman like that?
He attempted to draw his weapon, unprovoked, in the presence of witnesses. By Chevalier code, his life was forfeit from the moment his hand fell to his hilt.
Your salon has certainly exceeded my expectations so far.
Ah, but I didn't invite you to the chateau for pleasantries. The veil has been ripped apart and there is a hole in the sky. It is now the duty of every mage to work towards sealing the breach.
Are you devout? What's your opinion of the Chantry?
I was a great admirer of the late Divine Justinia V. With Divine Justinia dead, the Chantry's in shambles. Justinia could have accomplished so much.
You are aware that the Chantry hasn't sanctioned this Inquisition?
The Chantry is leaderless. They're in no position to officially sanction anything. Once the Inquisition has sealed the breach, I'm sure the new Divine will not care in the slightest about official permission.
You invited me here. What is it you want?
I wanted to meet face to face. It is important to consider one's connections carefully.
Is your interest in the Inquisition Madame de Fer, or is it more personal?
It's professional, of course. Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. I support any effort to restore such order. Maker knows, magic will find neither on its own. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas...
Loyal to whom?
To the people of Thedas, of course. Magic exists to serve man. I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
What exactly can you do for the Inquisition?
Ordinarily, I would be happy to serve as liaison to the court, but these are not ordinary times. I have all the resources remaining to the Circle at my disposal. And I'm a mage of no small talent. And so I would join the Inquisition on the field of battle. Will that do?
What's in this for you?
The same thing anyone gets by fighting this chaos. The chance to meet my enemy, to decide my fate. I won't wait quietly for destruction.
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivian.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
What are they up to?
I don't know. The Inquisition. We don't require that sort of thing in Val Royeaux.
They'll come for you lot first, you know. The war the way it is, with no Divine.
Templars will help us, as they always have.
They say a lot about you.
We'll speak another time.
Go back to your own elf.
I might, once this is done.
The Herald of Andraste. Let me know if there's anything you need, my lady.
That's all for now.
Speed your noble efforts onwards.
Thank you. Cassandra,
I assume
are you satisfied?
It's good that you recruited Enchante Vivian into the Inquisition. She is ambitious.
Why do so many Orlesian noblewomen carry little nugs in their purses?
Agents of the Inquisition. If I might have a moment of your time...
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps you should look among your fellow mages.
Fellow mages? We have nothing in common.
More than you'd think. And certainly more in common than with Templar thugs.
I'm surprised the leader of the mages wasn't at the conclave.
Yes. You were supposed to be, and yet somehow you avoided death.
As did the Lord Seeker, you'll note. Both of us sent negotiators in our stead in case it was a trap. I won't pretend I'm not glad to live. I lost many dear friends that day. It disgusts me to think the Templars will get away with it. I'm hoping you won't let them.
So you think the Templars are responsible?
Why wouldn't she?
Lucius hardly seems broken up over his losses, if he's concerned about them at all. You heard him. You think he wouldn't happily kill the Divine to turn people against us? So yes, I think he did it. More than I think you did it, at any rate.
Does that mean the mages will help us?
We are willing to discuss it with the Inquisition at least.
The mages weren't willing to talk to the Inquisition before. Why now?
Because now I've seen what you are. And I've seen the Chantry for what it is. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all.
And what do you want in exchange for the mages' help?
Oh, I haven't promised the Inquisition our help yet. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lady Herald.
Come, let us return to Haven.
Your abilities are remarkable, Seeker. It is fascinating to see how you and the Templars negate magic. Only at a distance. I am an apostate after all.
Before coming here, my keeper suggested I avoid Templars.
What is it like when Templars nullify magic, Solas?
It is as though you are drawing upon the world around us. Mages draw forth the essence of the Fade, and use that essence to shape reality.
And our powers drive it back, making this world harder to affect?
You reinforce reality so it is less mutable. The Fade has nowhere to gain a foothold, and the magic disperses.
No one has ever accused me of reinforcing reality before.
You are a seeker of truth.
It is interesting to hear a mage's perspective of our abilities, Solas.
I am pleased you find it so.
You'll have them.
We'll see.
It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard?
My agents in a city sent word ahead, of course. We had to do something, and now we have an opportunity.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses, as well as the capital.
At least we know the Chantry is no longer a threat to us.
Yes, and we have the opening we need to approach the Templars and the mages.
Do we? Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the orders somewhere, but to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
The Chantry sees controlling the mages as the only solution. Narrow-minded.
I could at least find out what the mages want.
No doubt what they've always wanted. Support for their cause.
After the Divine's death, they're probably scrambling for allies.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
You think the invitation could be some kind of trap?
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave...
So it'll be dangerous. I've been in danger since I walked out of the Fade.
The same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
I think the Templars are worth investigating.
I agree. What could the Lord Seeker be up to?
In the meantime, we should consider other options.
Or you could stop bickering and make a decision.
I agree. The Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
Me?
Ugh. There is one other matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared.
So you're telling me this because...
Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
That does sound odd. I agree.
The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it.
Do you have proof? It could just be a coincidence.
2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall. If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease.
And if he can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
Right now, we just need to be careful not to do anything rash. The Chantry might yet forgive us.
Forgive us? We have the Herald of Andraste. She was sent by the Maker himself.
Some people have trouble believing Andraste would send an elf to do her work.
If Andraste gives you the nod, you should be good in the Chantry's eyes.
It's just a tricky situation.
Wait.
What is it?
A word.
Closing the breach is our primary goal. But I hope we might also discover what was used to create it.
You don't think whatever created the explosion was destroyed in the blast?
You survived, did you not? Any artifact of such power is dangerous. The destruction of the Conclave proves that much. The artifact that created the breach is unlike anything seen in this age. I will not believe it destroyed until I see the shattered fragments with my own eyes.
Anything with that kind of power is bound to show up sooner or later.
It's a moot point regardless. Liliana's people have scoured the area near the blast and found nothing. Whatever the artifact was, it is no longer there. In any case, as I explored the Fade, I felt the presence of an intriguing artifact in the hinterlands. If you are willing, I would like to locate it.
We would do well to try to recover whatever created the breach.
I have marked its location as best I could determine.
What do you know about the Fade?
A great deal from my wanderings, but I can share what I have learned.
I'd like to know more about the breach.
Simply put, it is a tear in the veil between this world and the Fade, allowing spirits to enter the world physically. Small tears occur naturally when magic weakens the veil, or when spirits cluster at an area that has seen many deaths. But your mark allows you to exert some control over the breach. That means it was created deliberately.
What is it? The veil?
Circle mages call it a barrier between this world and the Fade. But according to my studies in ancient elven lore, that is a vast oversimplification.
If the Inquisition wants to field a decent cavalry, it needs better horses. I heard Seeker Pentecost might try to acquire suitable mounts from Master Dennett in the hinterlands.
So if we get better horses, you think that'll make a difference?
Master Dennett's horses in the hinterlands are faster and stronger than anything we've got here. A good horse can make all the difference.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. Block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
We've received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
That wasn't my idea.
I'd be concerned if it was.
At least I got everyone's attention.
That you did.
I just hope I can help.
As do we all. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse.
The Conclave destroyed a giant hole in the sky. Things aren't looking good.
Which is why we're needed.
You left the Templars for this. You believe the Inquisition can work?
I do.
You've given this a lot of thought.
Provided we can secure aid, but I'm confident we can. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new Divine while the breach remains.
You understand our situation. I appreciate your opinion.
The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. I know what happens when order is lost, and action comes too late. There's still a lot of work ahead.
I must have this mark for a reason. It will work. I'm sure of it.
Look around. Our people are well organized and committed. Despite what the clerics think, we are in the best position to help.
Oh, I quite agree with you.
There's so much we can... Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
No, but if you have one prepared, I'd love to hear it.
Another time, perhaps. Then I shall spare you.
Commander, Sir Raiden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying.
What is that horrendous smell? The entire country reeks of wet dog. How charming.
How's the front? Which one? We just try not to get between them. Blasted Templars dragging us into their fight. A war against magic is like a war against swords.
Except you can put swords down.
The fighting has been heaviest here. So many people dispossessed.
The Dalish have mages.
What do dwarves do when magic gets out of control?
The mages have been quiet since their attack on the Conclave.
It is reasonable to believe that magic was involved, but we cannot assume it was the rebels.
How could that great breach not have been caused by the mages?
Another generation that learns to live in fear of magic. A pity. I'm going to need a long bath to get the Ferelden stink off.
Remember how to carry your shields. You're not hiding, you're holding. Otherwise, it's useless.
The Wardens see themselves the world's defense against the Blight, do they not?
You don't think much of the Grey Wardens, Solas.
They are fools. Some are thoughtful soldiers, doing what they believe is right. The rest? Petty criminals, thugs, bullies.
Give them some credit. Without the Wardens, we'd all be blighted by now.
They've bought us some time. I will grant them that.
Line there and there, no gaps. Keep focused.
Blackwall!
They'll know what it means.
Blackwall? Warden Blackwall?
You're not. How do you know my name? Who said that? That's it. Help or get out. We're dealing with these idiots first. Conscripts, here they come!
I have heard stories about you. Madame Vivienne, court mage of the Empress of Orlais. I am honored.
The circle's shattered, the Empire is at war, and the Divine is dead. Only an imbecile would consider this lucky.
I am Enchanter Elendra. I hope you find a way to end this foolish war. I was an enchanter in the College of Equitarians. We wanted tolerance, not war. By rights, I am sworn to join the rebels. But I had friends among the Templars. I will not fight them.
I'm pleased to hear it, my dear. When abominations ravage your tower, suddenly the world holds far too few Templars.
At first, I used my healing skills to help the refugees. But when the Templars saw me, they attacked. Innocent people died in that battle. I will endanger no more. I have no fear of demons. I will keep to myself and harm none.
With the Templars all but lost as well? The threat posed by dangerous magic still exists, my dear. Someone will have to deal with it.
If I wished to kill others, I would have joined the rebels. How is the Inquisition any better?
The Inquisition is our chance to restore order, Enchanter. Without it, we'll be no better than apostates.
True enough. If the Inquisition believes I can help, then I will do what I can. And if you back the Inquisition, so shall I. My skills are yours. Just give me a moment to gather my things. I will leave shortly. You have my word.
You're dead, bastard!
You mean me? Would you care to repeat that?
I just want to say, nice work.
Sorry, bastards. Good work, conscripts. Even if this shouldn't have happened, they could have... Well, thieves are made, not born. Take back what they stole. Go back to your families. You saved yourselves. You're no farmer. Why do you know my name? Who are you?
I've been called a lot of things lately by a lot of people.
Well, I'm talking to you. Stop dancing.
Oh, I look forward to this. Hot-blooded and cocky. Then heed his Lhasa.
Wait. That gear. That's Inquisition.
I know your name because I'm an agent of the Inquisition.
We're Inquisition. Trying to find out why the Wardens disappeared and if it had anything to do with the Divine's murder.
Maker's balls. The Wardens and the Divine. That can't... No, you're asking so you don't really know.
I'm not here to accuse. Not yet. I just need information.
I haven't seen any Wardens for months. I travel alone, recruiting. Not much interest because the Archdemon is a decade dead, and no need to conscript because there's no blight coming. First off, I didn't know they disappeared. But we do that, right? No more blight, job done, wardens are the first thing forgotten. But one thing I'll tell you, no warden killed the Divine. Our purpose isn't political.
What's the Warden purpose got to do with throwing farmers at bandits?
This was different. I was in the area recruiting, fought some demons, then I heard about the stealing. Treaties give wardens the right to take what we need, who we need. These idiots forced this fight, so I conscripted their victims.
I wasn't aware Grey Wardens could take whatever they want.
It's complicated. If there's a blight, everyone has to help the effort to fight it. The treaties are ancient. Outside of blights, it's as binding as a clever tongue can make it.
Well, thank you, Warden Blackwall. But now where does this leave us?
I don't really know.
Do you have any idea where the other Wardens could have gone?
Maybe they returned to our stronghold at Weishaupt? Can't imagine why they'd all disappear at once, let alone where they'd disappear to.
Why haven't you gone missing like the rest of them?
Well, maybe I was going to. Or maybe there's a new directive, but a runner got lost or something.
You're no help. I'm no further ahead than I was.
My job was to recruit on my own. Plan to stay that way for months. Years.
Liliana is just being stubborn.
It's been a pleasure, Warden Blackwall. But this didn't help at all.
Inquisition. Agent, did you say? Hold a moment. The Divine is dead and the sky is torn. Events like these, thinking we're absent is almost as bad as thinking we're involved. If you're trying to put things right, maybe you need a warden. Maybe you need me.
But what can one Grey Warden do?
Save the fucking world if pressed. Look, maybe fighting demons from the sky isn't something I'm practiced at. But show me someone who is. And like I said, there are treaties. Maybe this isn't a blight, but it's bloody well a disaster. Some will honor them. Being a warden means something to a lot of people.
The Inquisition needs all the support it can get.
As you wish. We need strong, righteous warriors. I recruited Commander Cullen.
Warden Blackwall, the Inquisition accepts your offer.
Good to hear. We both need to know what's going on. And perhaps I've been keeping to myself for too long. This warden walks with the Inquisition. Make her guide your path, wherever it leads.
So, I take it you're from the Free Marches?
Yes. How did you...
accent. I'm from Kirkwall, but you're from,
Near Markham. Traveling to Haven must have been quite the journey.
Between Cassandra's friendly company and Cullen's feelings on sea travel, it was great.
Good day.
It's good to see you.
Ah, Templars and mages. Natural enemies, they always say. As though you can keep healthy men and women close to each other for years without anyone getting ideas. Matron was important to me. We were friends for many years, and lovers for many more. And now he is gone because of this war.
Try not to cry openly. It will be fine, dear.
I suspected he died when he did not join me. Maker curse the fools who started this war.
Vivian.
And the fools who now fight it.
They're dung monsters with hooves and tails.
Greetings.
Come. It is not far.
Extremely far, dear.
Good day.
You too.
Solus,
Yes?
I'd be interested in hearing your opinions on elven culture.
I thought you would be more interested in sharing your opinions of elven culture.
What's your problem with the Dalish? The Dalish are the best hope for preserving the culture of our people.
They are children acting out stories misheard and repeated wrongly 1,000 times.
Oh, but you know the truth, right?
Remember, I have walked the memories of the Fade. I have seen the history the Dalish imitate. Would your clan listen to what I had learned in my studies? Or would they mock the Flatir and his stories?
Irabellis, Haren. If the Dalish have done you a disservice, I would make that right.
The fault is mine. Irabalas, darling.
Come and get it!
to my research, the ancient elves may have set up wards near here. If we can find the artifacts they used, it may help strengthen this area against tears.
What?
There! We must hurry! Enough!
I say we charge.
Herald! I doubt that was the last of them.
And Iran Atishan. I did not expect to see another Dalish blood here. My name is Miris.
Inquisition.
An elven apostate?
May the dread wolf take you, fool.
What took you away from your clan?
They were all killed. By a demon that our keeper was foolish enough to summon. I am the only survivor of Clan Vernen. I was searching for another clan that would take me in when the breach appeared. Now, I'm doing whatever I can to help with this madness.
I admire your optimism. But ask yourself honestly how the Templars would have reacted.
Are you fighting the demons on your own?
Of course. By your weapons, I see you come ready for battle. Perhaps we face a common enemy in these demons.
Yes. If you're nervous about demons.
I have no means of closing the rifts. But I have heard of elven artifacts that measure the veil. They may tell us where new rifts will appear. I was not expecting so many demons, however. I believe one of the artifacts is nearby. Can you help me reach it?
Indeed. I am surprised. You are wiser than most.
I know more of the veil than any Shemlin.
It sounds worth investigating.
Thank you. It shouldn't be too much farther ahead. I left in service of my clan and saw that great tear in the veil on my journey. There, we'll need focused magical energy to get by. You, Flatear, can you manage it?
Manuvinen, Dalen. We are clear for the moment.
Perhaps you're right. We should keep moving. You likely have more power than I do, so I hope to help. Thank you for joining me. I do not think I could have done this alone. It seems the ancestors left something for me as well.
Herald of Andraste?
What manner of fire is this?
I have heard of this, but never seen it before. It is called Veil Fire. It is a form of sympathetic magic. A memory of flame that burns in this world where the veil is thin.
Interesting. Take it.
The Veil Fire may prove useful.
Hold on. Do you even know what you're holding? How it will interact with the veil, the breach, the demons?
Relax. I sense something. Not the fade. Faint but present. Something is odd about those runes. The Veil Fire must be making the runes legible.
My clan taught me little of such magic. Well, that should prove useful.
I believe I sense one of the artifacts of my people.
Here. If we activate that crystal, it should react to the strength of the veil.
That?
Yes. The wards are helping to strengthen the veil. This area should be safer for travelers now.
I believe our alliance is concluded. Go in peace, stranger.
Mana, there are few in this world I can trust. Thank you. I'm of your blood, and I may be able to use what you found.
Via Enasaline.
Farewell to you.
Go with Mithal's blessing.
Val Royaux, huh? Why do you want me there?
Well, from what I've heard, the Jenny thing wasn't so playful down there.
That Red Jenny thing...
Not to everyone.
Why didn't she send a message instead of playing all these games?
If you find out, don't tell me. I think she'd have to kill us both. Ooh, very mysterious. Ooh.
Varric.
Sorry. I know I need to do better. I'm sorry.
Herald.
Look out!
Herald of Andraste. How much did you expend to discover me? It must have weakened the Inquisition immeasurably.
I don't know who you are.
You don't fool me. I'm too important for this to be an accident. My efforts will survive in victories against you elsewhere.
Just say what?
What is the threat?
Ugh. Squishy one, but you heard me, right? Just say what?
You killed him before he could say who he worked for.
And before he could shout magic. What? Rich tits always try for more than they deserve. Blah, blah, blah! Obey me. Arrow in my face. So, you followed the notes well enough. Glad to see you're... And you're an elf.
Some believe I'm the Herald of Andraste.
Well, hope you're not too elfy.
What's this about?
No idea. I don't know this idiot from Manners. My people just said the Inquisition should look at him. What? My people said the Inquisition would want him dead. So he's dead.
Your people? Elves?
No. People.
What's going on?
I mean, it's all good, isn't it? The important thing is you glow. You're the herald thingy.
Sure, why not? I glow. Who are you, and...
Name's Sarah. This is cover. Get round it. For the reinforcements. Don't worry. Someone tipped me their equipment shed. They've got no breaches.
It's the Inquisition's herald!
Why didn't you take their weapons?
Because no breaches. In the plums! Bunch of nutters.
Well, they know who I work for, at least.
Cheeky, yeah?
Down you go!
Friends really came through with that tip. No breaches.
Back there, you wanted to know if I glowed. Why?
That's what you do, innit? You walked out of somewhere, and now you glow. Andraste's herald. True or not, it seemed like the easiest way to know it was you.
True or not?
Well, that's what they say and all.
Could we take a few moments for sense to reassert itself?
Look, don't get ahead, yeah? I want to help this... whatever it is. Inquisition. So, Herald of Andraste. You're a strange one. I'd like to join.
Who are you people?
I'm not people, but I get what you want. It's like this. I sent you a note to look for hidden stuff by my friends.
All I know about you or your group is that I followed a random trail into a trap.
What trap? You knocked, he crapped. It's... Look, it's like this. The Friends of Red Jenny. That's me. Well, I'm one. So is a fence in Montfort, some woman in Kirkwall. There were 3 in Starkhaven, brothers or something.
How about we get to know each other first? You know, names and such.
1 name. No, wait, 2. It's just a name, yeah? It lets little people, friends, be part of something while they stick it to nobles they hate. So here, in your face, I'm Sarah. The Friends of Red Jenny are sort of out there. I use them to help you. Plus arrows.
The Inquisition has spies already. Can you add to these professionals?
Here's how it is. You important people are up here, shoving your cods around. Blah, blah, I'll crush you, I'll crush you. Ooh, crush you. Then you've got cloaks and spy kings, like this tit. Or was he one of the little knives, all serious with his little knife? All those secrets, and what gave him up? Some houseboy who don't know shite, but knows a bad person when he sees one. So no, I'm not knifey shiv dark, all hidden. But if you don't listen down here too, you risk your breeches. Like those guards, I stole their... Look, Do you need people or not? I want to get everything back to normal. Like you.
The Inquisition is almost an army now.
Then you've got generals and oath belchers.
Can you add to it?
I thought you did stuff. Did you talk your way out of the Fade?
So who are your friends of Red Jenny?
Oh, it's not hard to understand if you're not trying to waste your day on it. Someone little always hates someone big. And unless you don't eat, sleep, or piss, you're never far from someone little. Doesn't always work out, but a lot of people hated this guy. Someone got a laugh, someone got even, someone got paid. And someone has to have explained to them that free help is good.
This doesn't sound like a good match for the Inquisition.
So be it, yeah. Stay up high and count on everyone being loyal all the way down. I bet it works out just fine. Watch your breeches, Herald, because you know, I'll maybe steal them. That's what that meant.
You sound like a thief who acts out petty revenge fantasies. And that might be bad.
Oh, right. You want to prop that guy up so I can say my sorries? Bad things should happen to bad people. His grand plan was ruined by scrap torn from his desk and a red sock. We find someone not so bad, maybe he'll end up not so dead. Good enough?
You say that like it's obvious, but you didn't know him.
I knew about him.
That's just rumor.
Look, I'd have been fine stripping his guards and nicking his stuff. Turns out he deserved worse. Or was him trying to kill you a good thing? Are you the baddie? Didn't think so.
All right, Sarah. I can use you and your friends.
Yes! Getting good before you're too big to like. That'll keep your breeches where they should be. Plus extra breeches because I have all these... You have merchants who buy that pish, yeah? Got to be worth something. Anyway, Haven. See you there, Herald. This will be grand.